Welcome to the video from NASA BOCES, which is directions for the online database order sheet. If you have any questions at any time, please feel free to email library@nasboces.org. That's library@nasboces.org. First, how do you access the price list? Well, if you're watching this video, that means you received an email that included a couple of things. One was an attachment with your report from last year's orders. The other thing in the email is a link. So please follow this link to access the price sheet. If you click on it, it should bring you, or you can copy and paste it, it should bring you to the library website. Oh, it's right here. It opened up. If you see, this is our online resources page, and halfway down the page, it says 2022-2023 price sheet is available. Please right-click the link below to download the document. This is the link. If I right-click, I can choose Save Link As and click Save. If I click on the link instead of clicking Save Link As, I still have to download the file here. Otherwise, I won't be able to do anything. It's only a view only. Click Download File. If I click Open File and I have Excel, it should open it up as an Excel spreadsheet for me. Okay? Now, what if I have Google Sheets? Well, if I go into my Google Drive after I've downloaded it and I click the plus sign, I can choose File Upload and upload the file. What it will do is in the bottom right corner, it'll upload the file and tell me when it's completely uploaded. And here you can see the spreadsheet works. If you have issues, please look at your preferences. If it automatically converts it to a Google spreadsheet and you see that it's not formatting things right or you've lost the formulas, then perhaps you should say leave it in the Excel format when you upload it. So, we've talked about how to access the price list and how to open it in Excel or Google spreadsheets. I just want to warn you that sometimes when you go to open a downloaded file in your Excel, that your district might put it into what's called the protective view. See the yellow bar on the top? If you have issues typing in the sheet, look at the top and see if you see that yellow bar and click on the button that says Enable Editing. Now, let's talk about how to navigate and how to enter data into this spreadsheet. I have the spreadsheet set up a couple of different ways. The first thing is that there's several tabs on the bottom of the sheet. The first tab is Directions. The second, third, and fourth tab are signature pages. One's a single and the others are district. The fourth tab is the online databases. The fifth tab is the online database options, and the sixth tab is the library resources. One thing to note that's different from previous years is at the top of the page, I give you a total for that page. Okay, so another thing I'd like for you to notice is that as each vendor comes along in your spreadsheet, I have put a pink bar that separates it from the other vendors. Let's start with the online database. Anytime you see a blue bar, that tells you that's a novel New York database and you do not need to pay for it. You can either link directly to the Novel New York database website, or if you use Find It through BOCES, it'll automatically be linked into your Find It page. Here's my pink bar that tells me it's a publisher, a vendor, and the blue bar tells me it's novel. Sometimes you'll see this like red, white, and gray bar. What does that mean? Well, this means that these are packages or bundles, and you need to tell us what you want in the bundle. For example, Pebble Go, I can get 4, 3, 2, or 1 module. Well, if I get 2 modules, which modules do you want? Do you want the dinosaurs, the biography, science, social studies, and health? You need to let me know that. In addition to pink bars, blue bars, and white and red bars, I also have gray bars. The gray bars indicate that this is a title that gets pricing according to enrollment. So for example, this is Ancient and Medieval History Online. It's a facts on file database. And the gray bar is the beginning of those options. This one is for less than 250 enrollment. The next one is also Ancient and Medieval History, but it's 251 to 500, 501 to 1,000, and so on. And in some cases, like in Newsbank, they separate according to high school and the enrollment and middle school and enrollment. Okay, so I tried to make it noticeable for you so that you could navigate through the sheet as easily as possible. If you would like to sort by a specific vendor, you'll notice up here in the column that says supplying vendor, there's a little arrow. If I choose that arrow, I can choose which vendor I would like to use. There's a select all button. If I click on that, it gets rid of all the different vendors, and then I check the box for the vendor that I would like to look at. I click OK, and then it brings that vendor up. Oh, look, there's a blue bar. That tells me that that's a Novel New York database. If I want to bring all the vendors back, I click on that filter button again and choose select all, and I choose OK. Notice all the check marks have returned, and I am back. We have the supplying vendor column, the description of the different databases. If it says user, that's a per student price. So this is 25 cents per student. That means in here, I have to put how many students I have, and it will calculate the cost for me. Okay, if it has a price in this column, which says site coaster, that means it's per building, and I have to tell them how many buildings I want to do this. So if I'm in a district with 3 elementary schools and we're getting the Pebble Go Silver Bundle, I'm going to put all 3 elementary buildings. It's the total number of sites, and it'll calculate the total cost for me. Okay? You can see the cost for my page is at the top here, and I can do the same thing with the library resources page. This is the site coaster, the user coaster, and I can put the number of students, the number of sites that are going to get it. And it'll calculate the page total. The totals for the pages is also located at the bottom. You can see here it says library resources subtotal, online databases subtotal. The one difference is that for the online database total, besides the 2 totals, subtotals you see there, it'll also have a grand total. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and see here's my online database total, here's my library resources total, and here's my grand total. With that grand total, it's important to note that when I go to the district page, the total will be listed here for the total cost for the district online database subscription. It's the grand total. In addition, if I'm doing multiple buildings in one spreadsheet, I need to put the building name, the IP address, and the librarian's email here, and the district up here. And I need to have any additional contact people put typed or written here. And I need an authorized signature. That's a written signature, not a brush script signature. Print your name and title here and put the date. All forms are due by July 15th. And if I'm doing multiple buildings, you'll see that on each of the pages, there's a different code, building code. And there's a place to put that building code right here in the notes or building code option. Now, when I'm ready to go, I can do one of 3 things. When it's time to return this document, I can print it out, I can write on it, I can type on it, whatever you like. If you write on it, then you have to do the calculations yourself. I can print it out once I've typed in it, and I can mail it to School Library Services, 1 Merrick Avenue, Westbury, New York. I can make it a file. I can email it back to library@nasboces.org, or I can fax it to this number, 516-608-6621. When you do that, we need these signature pages. And the way you can get the signature pages is you can just simply print them and you can sign them, and either scan them or mail them and fax them. The information, the email address, and the address and the fax number are on the bottom of the signature page. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at library@nasboces.org. Thank you.